Am I the only one who thinks the lack of broom regulations makes Quidditch a fundamentally unfair sport? It's almost like Quidditch is deliberately designed to annoy sports fans. Let me tell you about the sport of cycling. Do we know that there aren't regulations in professional Quidditch? Though, Wimbledon follows the International Tennis Federation rules about size/shape/construction of tennis rackets, but that doesn't mean schools are bothering to check their students. It is canon that J.K. Rowling doesn't understand sports. Imagine a high school sports league where one team uses standard equipment while another is allowed to use vastly superior gear simply because they can afford it. Okay? That's completely normal. Oh, like an F1 where guy with the most money and fastest car wins? Is this really that different to other sports? Anything that has equipment, whether it's tennis or track and field, running shoes, or cycling, generally more money equals better kit. Am I the only one who thinks? Yeah, it never is with these types of questions. I grew up swimming competitively. Especially for girls, good tech suits can cost hundreds and hundreds of dollars and significantly affect your swimming. This literally happens all the time in sports. There are high schools that get new gear every year. And then you have high schools that have 5th-gen Riddell helmets. Yes, it absolutely is unfair. Hogwarts is based on British public schools both in reality as well as in literature, and the injustice in these based on economic privilege, connections, and influence. The brooms in Quidditch might be exaggerated, but Hogwarts is in many ways not a great place. It suffers from the same problems as boarding schools in literature and reality. This is social commentary. Poor school with old equipment versus rich school with new supervisor equipment happens on the regular. It's almost like JK didn't know anything about sports and just made shit up. Hell, there's nothing that can, in my opinion, make Quidditch a fundamentally fair sport because the game at its core is broken. What's the point of the entire rest of the match when 99% of the time the player who catches the snitch will win it for their team? And the other 1% is otherwise poorly playing teams with good seekers who want to concede the match with style. That's not my biggest problem with Quidditch. My problem is that catching the snitch is worth so many points that it basically renders the rest of the game irrelevant. 30 points? 50 points? Fair enough. 150? Get out of here. Why does anyone else even show up? You need a 16-goal lead over the other team to defeat their seeker. That's absurd. The smallest writing tweak would fix it. Quidditch was made to be a whimsical magic sport. There are so many issues with it. No broom regulations. The sport is insanely dangerous. Outside interference is too easy. I rowed in high school and went to probably the poorest school in our area with a team. Our boats were much heavier than most of the other teams. Think of it more like F1 than football. Wealth and connections being used to get unfair advantages is a running theme throughout the books, and a notable flaw of wizarding society that's meant as commentary on real life. There are probably broom manufacturers and professional Quidditch teams lobbying the Department of Magical Games and Sports to make sure the status quo is maintained. This is literally how sports work. Good baseball bats and hockey sticks cost hundreds of dollars. The difference in a cheap tennis, badminton, pickleball, etc. racket and an expensive one is massive. If anything, the brooms reflect reality. Anyone who takes this sport seriously has to shell out the cash for good equipment at some point. Motorsports, horse racing. Literally almost every middle school or high school sport has that same issue. Nope. It's like banning Mbappe BC. He's way faster than a lot of other players. Yet you're the only one. There's definitely not 1 million other posts identical on this sub. This is why I don't like Formula 1. Give everyone the same car or same broom and make it fair.